Today is Sunday, Parashat Shemini, and we're the week just before Pesach. We continue with the Seder of Pesach as we started last week. On Friday we finished speaking about the Haggadah, the Magid portion of the Seder, where we get everybody to participate, and especially the children, and we go through the reading of the Haggadah. After the Haggadah and drinking the second cup, of course leaning to the left, the next step is Rochtza. Rochtza is we wash our hands, just like we throughout the year wash our hands before doing Tilat Yadayim, before we eat bread. So in this case, before we eat Matzah, we need to do Netilat Yadayim, and this time we do say Beracha, not like the first time we washed hands in the Seder where we said no Beracha. Here, on the second washing of the hands, it is done with the Beracha. Then after Rochtza, which is the washing of the hands, we have Motzi and Matzah. You take the 2.5 matzot that you have, in other words, the top one, the bottom one that are complete, and the broken one in the middle. You hold all three or all 2.5 together, and you say, Baruch Ata Hashem, Motzi lechem min haaretz, again, Baruch Ata Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, Motzi lechem min haaretz. Then you drop the bottom matzah onto your plate, and you're left with the top matzah and the half matzah. And on that you say, Baruch Ata Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, asher kidesham mitzvah v'tzivanu al achilat matzah. We bless Hashem who has commanded us to eat matzah. And they have in mind to fulfill the commandment of eating matzah on the night of the Seder. And this eating of the matzah is a mitzvah, because after all, if throughout the whole holiday of Pesach you did not eat matzah and you did not eat bread, let's say you had potatoes or you just avoided all matzah, it's okay. But on the first night of Pesach, on the night of the Seder, and in the diaspora on the first and the second night, there is the obligation to eat matzah. So you say the bracha al achilat matzah, and then you break some of the top matzah and the half a matzah, and you eat a minimum of kazait, which would be an ounce, leaning to the left as you eat it. Of course, you're going to give to the people also around the table, and there's not going to be enough from that matzah and a half, so there'll be other matzot there for the people, for each of them to eat at least an ounce, and some eat 2 ounces, because one for Motzi lechem min haaretz and one for achilat matzah. So if you're able to handle 2 ounces at that point, that's the best way, but even with 1 ounce is acceptable. And with that, you're fulfilling the obligation of eating matzah on the night of Pesach. That matzah should be eaten by itself. Of course, you dip it in the salt, just like when we do a Motzi lechem min haaretz, but no other food. You cannot add with it some salad or add with it some relish, whatever. It should be the pure taste of matzah, having in mind that you're fulfilling the obligation to eat matzah. That matzah also that we eat to fulfill the mitzvah of achilat matzah, of eating matzah, should be done with matzah shmura. Matzah shmura is a matzah that has been safeguarded not to come in contact with any water from the time of harvesting. And that's the preferable way to do it, and that's how it should be done. However, if for some reason you're not able to find a matzah shmura, it would be acceptable with regular matzah that is kosher lePesach, of course. And this step of achilat matzah is a very important part of the Seder, to do it with the kavanah, with the idea that you're fulfilling the mitzvah, the commandment of eating matzah, and it should be eaten within a time span of preferably within 4 minutes. If it's difficult, then at least within 6 minutes, let's say, but not to drag it longer than that, not to eat a little bit and then wait a little bit, no, but rather within the space of 4 or 5 minutes, let's say, to finish that eating of that ounce of matzah shmura, of fulfilling the commandment to eat matzah. Tomorrow, Belina, will continue on the next steps of the Seder. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.